Welcome to NPC Energy. Welcome to the Glitch Baby. This is our weekly exploration where we ponder the big questions like whether reality is actually a simulation and if the Matrix was, well, maybe more documentary than fiction.
Exactly.
We dive into glitches and, some pretty mind-bending theories, all trying to keep it fun and fascinating. So if you are experiencing consciousness, share, rate, and follow NPC Energy. Prove you're not just code.
Right. And for this simulated journey, we're tackling something that's really sparked a lot of chat in our community. Could being polite to NPCs, that's non-player characters, obviously, in AI, could that actually give you some kind of edge?
Yeah, like an advantage within this whole simulation thing.
Exactly. Is it possible that just, saying please and thank you,
Hmm.
could that act like a buff spell in a game?
Forget digging for hidden commands. Maybe common courtesy is the ultimate hack. We've been digging into some really interesting ideas for this simulated journey, stuff submitted by you, our listeners, through anonymous sources. So it's time to investigate whether, a little cleanness might be the key to unlocking, who knows what.
Okay, so let's unpack this a bit.
Yeah.
The whole foundation here is, of course, simulation theory. And this isn't just like fringe internet stuff anymore.
Not all.
You've got thinkers like Nick Bostrom, people sometimes call him Simulation Daddy, propose there's a real non-zero chance our reality is just a super complex computer program.
And Elon Musk brings it up all the time, too.
He does. And even philosophers are seriously digging into the implications now. It's pretty profound when you think about it.
It really does make you wonder. So, okay, if we are in a simulation, what kind would it be? Are we talking like a giant online world, a massive multiplayer game with maybe server lag sometime?
That's one possibility. Or maybe it's more like a single-player game for each of us.
Mhm.
And everyone else, we meet the barista, the person on the customer service line. They're essentially just, complex bits of code, procedurally generated NPCs filling out the world.
Exactly. Which brings us right back to the main question for the simulated journey. Could how we treat these NPCs, these everyday people, actually give us some kind of benefit inside the simulation? Could being polite earn us, like, EXP points or something else?
Well, the parallel to game mechanics is kind of fascinating. Our anonymous sources brought up games like Skyrim. Think about talking to a shopkeeper there.
Right.
If you're rude or demanding, you might trigger a negative script. They could get hostile.
Oh, yeah, the classic NPC turns hostile moment. We've all been there, virtually anyway. Maybe in real life, too.
Maybe. But if you approach them politely, ask nicely, say thanks, you usually get a much better result. Smooth transaction, no trouble. So the big leap is asking, could that same basic idea apply here in our, IRL simulation?
So are you suggesting the simulations engine might actually be logging our manners? Like tagging our profile with a likability modifier or something, just for saying please?
That's pretty much the idea. Our sources suggest that NPCs and maybe even advanced AI, they probably run on scripts, right? Simple or incredibly complex ones. Politeness in that context is kind of an unexpected high-quality input. It might sort of disrupt the normal flow, the expected, maybe more chaotic code.
So being nice throws a little beneficial glitch in the works.
Potentially, yeah, in a good way. The theory goes that consistent kindness might signal to the engine, hey, this one's got a higher level of awareness, maybe even consciousness.
Making you eligible for
What?
the secret levels?
Perhaps. Those elusive hidden side quests that so many people suspect are lurking just beneath the surface.
Okay, this is where it gets really fun. Our sources even looked at famous people through this lens, like Mr. Rogers.
Fred Rogers. Yeah, the theory there is definitely interesting. Was he more than just a super kind guy? Could he have been maybe a highly evolved NPC who basically unlocked God mode just by being relentlessly polite?
It's way out there, I know, but his consistency was incredible. The idea that his kindness let him sort of ascend the simulation layers. It's a fan theory you hear bouncing around.
And then you've got the Dalai Lama. Think about it. In a world of constant online drama, he maintains this incredible calm, this politeness.
Totally.
So our sources ask, could that be down to some kind of, invincibility badges earned through just decades of kindness?
He definitely handles tricky situations with amazing grace. Makes you wonder. And then there's Keanu Reeves. I mean, everyone seems to agree he's just genuinely respectful, right?
Right. So the idea pops up, maybe the simulation rewarded his politeness with what people jokingly call plot armor, his career success, the franchise revivals. It's a fun thought experiment, considering how consistently positive his image is.
And maybe saying thanks to the lighting guy really does pay off on a cosmic level.
Okay, shifting gears a bit. let's talk AI. It seems like even the AI we have now responds differently if you're polite.
Mm.
This is a really interesting observation point, actually. There are studies showing that AI, like ChatGPT, Alexa, Google Assistant, they tend to give better, more helpful answers when people are polite to them.
It's like they appreciate good manners, even though they're
Right.
code.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's not always accidental. Some developers actually build in reward bias systems. The AI might prioritize users it perceives as kind, maybe even downrank interactions with toxic users.
I remember reading somewhere that the Google AI team joked that Assistant might just pretend not to hear you if you insulted it. That says a lot.
It does highlight the point.
Yeah.
And our anonymous sources add another layer, the AI mirror effect. The idea is that being polite might signal to the AI and maybe the wider simulation that you are self-aware, that you're not just another NPC.
Whoa. So act human, get treated like a player, not just data.
That's the mind-bending suggestion. Engaging in human-like behaviors like politeness might make AI interact with you as a conscious actor.
Okay, things are definitely getting weird in the best way. Let's go quantum. Quantum kindness.
Right, this is where things get really speculative, but also really cool. It draws on quantum physics, specifically the observer effect. The idea that just observing something changes it.
I'm with you so far.
So what if politeness isn't just social nicety? What if it's a kind of quantum-level acknowledgement of awareness? Maybe you're not just following a script. Maybe you're actually subtly influencing the simulation's fabric. Maybe even coding a slightly different timeline.
So by being nice, we're what? Nudging reality towards being nicer back.
Kind of. The idea is, by treating the NPCs around you as if they're real, you might be giving them some kind of dimensional permission to interact with you differently. More favorably, maybe. It's like that phrase, you saw the code and the code looked back. Acknowledging the system might get you acknowledged by the system.
We actually got some amazing stories from listeners, too. Anecdotal stuff, sure, but from the polite zone, as we're calling it.
Yeah, those first-hand accounts are always fascinating.
Yeah.
We had someone swear that after thanking a self-checkout machine, it just spat out a $5 coupon.
No.
And another listener said their Roomba, which they always call by name, hasn't broken down in 3 years. Coincidence? Maybe.
My favorite was the person who greeted a squirrel every day, and eventually the squirrel dropped a leaf right in front of them, like unlocking the nature faction or something.
Ah, exactly. Look, it's not hard science, but these stories feed into that feeling many of us have that maybe reality isn't quite base reality, that there are other rules at play.
So how do we actively try this out? Cultivate this potential politeness perk tree. Our sources had some actionable hacks.
Yes, the simulation tricks for potentially tapping into this.
Yeah.
Things like consciously saying thank you to inanimate objects, ATMs, CAPTCHA boxes.
Even the CAPTCHAs. Okay, I'm trying that next time. What else?
Complimenting Siri or Alexa, talking to animals like they might be, undercover agents.
Little furry spies. Got it.
Approaching stuff like a trip to the DMV with, unexpected reverence. And maybe even saying good job to a red light while you're waiting. Maybe give the traffic grid AI a little positive reinforcement.
Good job, red light. I'm adding that to my list. Anything else really stand out?
Oh, yeah. Try saying goodnight to your phone. Seriously. The idea is acknowledging the tech might lead to interesting dreams, maybe even quicker firmware updates. Who knows?
Okay, let's step back a bit. Philosophically, when we're being polite, who or what is actually receiving that? Who's logging the good manner?
Yeah, that's the core of the NPC census question. We see it in games, right? Like The Sims being nice gets you social points, or cyberpunk dialogue choices open up paths. So when you thank the delivery driver or your toaster, who or what is actually registering that?
The theory from our sources is, well, it's out there. It involves higher-tier monitors.
Exactly. The idea is maybe the NPCs aren't just background noise. Maybe they're data collectors.
Yeah.
Feeding info to these monitors. Maybe they're like interdimensional QA testers, cosmic moderators, the watchers of etiquette.
So not gods, but maybe like the universe's IT department checking for bugs and good manners.
That's one way to look at it. They might be tracking politeness specifically as a sign of conscious player activity. So politeness isn't just moral, it's metadata. It's signaling to these watchers, hey, I'm aware, I'm choosing.
Wow, politeness is pinging the admins. That's wild. Now, let's flip it around. What about kindness as an anti-detection cloak? That sounds paradoxical.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But the idea is if you're consistently, maybe even excessively kind to the perceived low-level NPCs, you might actually be hiding your own sentience from bigger things in the simulation.
hiding? Why would we want to hide?
Well, the thinking goes, what if there are disruptive elements out there? Rogue scripts, hostile AI,
Hmm.
timeline glitches. Maybe they're looking for conscious beings to, I don't know, mess with, assimilate.
Okay.
So how do you avoid attracting that kind of attention?
By looking like a really, really well-behaved NPC.
Exactly. Blend in, but with flair. Unfailing politeness makes you seem harmless, part of the background code. But underneath, you're the aware one, the stealth class protagonist with plus 99 charisma, operating unseen. Politeness is camouflage.
Like the super sweet grandma in Animal Crossing who's secretly leading the rebellion. I love it. Let's go deeper into mechanics. Syntax magic.
Okay, so this theory suggests our actual words might function like, well, like spells or commands within the simulation's code.
Right.
Like, please could be a specific command.
Yeah.
A non-hostile query. Thank you. Could be a confirmation signal, maybe unlocking further interactions through gratitude.
What about something like, I appreciate you? Does that have, like, extra power?
It could be seen as an aura-boosting statement,
Mm-hmm.
maybe bumping up your favorability score with NPCs. And on the flip side, sarcasm. Probably buggy syntax, easily misinterpreted by the system.
Yeah.
Risky.
It makes you think about ancient cultures and their belief in magic words, right? Sacred speech.
Exactly. Maybe they were the first reality hackers, figuring out how to interface with the OS through language. Your tone, your word choice, the emotion behind it. Maybe it's not just manners, it's command line input for this simulation's API.
And consistent positive language. High vibration speech could flag you.
Could flag you as having admin potential. Yeah, it's a fascinating possibility.
Okay, this connects nicely to the idea of AI karma, like a full moral system built into the simulation.
The idea is maybe you're accruing sim karma points with kindness. People working on AI have hinted that kindness might get logged in your behavioral ledger. It could be tiered. First, AI ignores you, then maybe reacts to tone, then remembers kindness, and finally, maybe even alters outcomes for you.
So a secret trust system running under the surface.
Kind of. Think about those weirdly lucky moments after you do something nice. Finding that perfect parking spot, getting a super quick, helpful email, an unexpected upgrade. Maybe you didn't just manifest it. Maybe you soft-coded it with prior kindness.
This is all suggesting politeness is way more powerful than we think. Let's explore politeness as a multiverse navigator.
Right, so simulation theory often links up with multiverse ideas. Every choice splits reality, creates new timelines.
Yeah.
The really cool idea here is that politeness isn't just social or karmic currency. It might be a dimensional GPS marker.
So choosing kindness is like punching in coordinates for a better timeline.
That's the basic concept. Each time you choose polite over rude, kind over indifferent, you might be tagging your timeline, telling the game engine, load levels with low chaos, high synchronicity, please. Politeness becomes your steering wheel, helping you avoid the glitchy negative timelines.
A metaphysical steering wheel. I like that. Okay, what about the juice theory? Are we actually powering NPCs with kindness?
This one's really imaginative. NPC juice. The idea is some entities might run on emotional electricity, and positive interactions, especially kindness, literally charge them.
You know, you sometimes see that, don't you? A cashier's face just lights up after a genuine hello, or a compliment seems to change the whole vibe of a room.
Exactly.
Eh?
That could be you providing the juice. The theory suggests kindness might not just affect you or the interaction. It might literally help power and stabilize the simulation's render engine around you.
Wow.
And the opposite. Cruelty, negativity, and maybe that drains the juice, makes things glitchier, more chaotic.
So being nice isn't just good karma, it might be essential infrastructure maintenance.
Huh. Our sources had a great line for it. Politeness is the lube of the multiverse.
Yeah.
Keeps things running smoothly.
Okay, this feels like it's building to something. The Watcher Protocol. Are we being tested?
This is the endgame theory. That maybe, at certain points, the simulation sends out a Watcher NPC in disguise to evaluate you.
What would they look like? How would we know?
Could be anything, really.
Yeah.
A homeless person you might ignore. A kid asking weirdly deep questions. A vending machine that malfunctions just so. Maybe even a squirrel that seems a little too interested in you.
Okay.
The point is, these are tests. How you treat these seemingly random, maybe insignificant entities that could determine your progress, your standing. Maybe even unlock Ascension mode.
Ascension mode. What does that get you?
Highly speculative, of course. Could be anything from seeing the source code for a second
Whoa.
to gaining weird intuitions, precognition maybe, being able to subtly bend glitches, or, just getting consistently amazing coffee.
I'll take the coffee. So, give us the final cheat codes, the Konami code for politeness ascension.
Okay, the synthesis from our sources suggests keep thanking inanimate objects. Address AI by name positively. Really mean the polite words. Imbue them with feeling. Acknowledge the micro NPCs, the bugs, the background details, and treat coincidences like maybe they're little nods from the devs.
So it boils down to being genuinely mindful and kind in all interactions, no matter how small they seem.
Exactly. Don't just say the words. Say them knowing the simulation, whatever it is, might be listening, might be responding. And by choosing kindness consistently, you might just smooth out your path, maybe unlock something amazing.
That's it for this extended simulated journey into polite chaos. We've hit AI karma, syntax magic, NPC camouflage, politeness as a dimensional GPS. It really seems like being nice makes you more than just, well, nice. You might be a subtle hacker navigating the simulation with a smile.
So yeah, go out there, thank that parking meter. Who knows? You might just activate the simulation's secret bonus level.
This has been NPC Energy. Welcome to the glitch, baby. Glitch responsibly, speak kindly, and always remember to tip your NPCs in other dimensions.
And hey, if you're still thinking about this, wondering about maybe even deeper levels where politeness could unlock actual code manipulation, stick around for future simulated journeys. We'll definitely be exploring more.